along here, he talks about here about the relay system. This is when they start to move to the idea of a shift system. So they're working 3 shifts, which allows capitalism to have 24 hours of labor. Again, this is not something new to us, right? But back, we accept it now, but back when it was started, right, it's definitely a revolutionary thing. And again, if you think about it, even though we've accepted it, the fact that we are working at all hours of the night, for example, I am working right now at midnight. Um, you know, Capitalism has really won, when it's getting you to work in where you can work in the middle of the night and you can work from anywhere, right? And, when natural or a more natural, more humanistic thing would be like, no, you should only work, between 9 and 5 and only work 8 hours and then do something else, right? So it's just another example of that. So again, it's interesting to see this history and also where we are at this point, right? And so yes, he goes into chapter 14, and then which is the division of labor, and then he resolves sort of the section with chapter 15, which is on machinery, right? And so uh, chapter 1, which deals with the idea of commodity, and chapter 15, which ends with the idea of machinery, right? And in between the working day and the division of labor, is really showing how capitalism as a system is, again, alienating ourselves, alienating our labor, exploiting our labor, and ultimately turning us into a commodity or turning us into a machine, right? Which is in the end, it is dehumanizing us and erasing us in a way, even though capitalism is a system that is meant to serve us, right? And indeed, Locke and Smith make the argument that um, it's actually makes us better, right? And so on the one hand, it does do that, right? And Marx freely admits all the benefits of it. But what he's trying to point out is, on the other hand, there is this other sort of negative thing going on, and ultimately, the negative thing is what's going to where everything is going to resolve with, right? So, and again, he's keeping his attention on the worker. Locke and Smith really sort of, are turning the attention to the owner, or that's where more the perspective is. And I think that's the way a lot of people like to think of themselves, as capitalist owners, not as capitalist workers. So anyway, that's it. Hopefully that helps. So good luck with the reading, and we'll see you on the other side on the seminars.